Hello friends, today we are going to talk about symmetry. Just by looking at this picture, what do you think this word symmetry means? Just by looking at the picture.
It means cutting something.
That's close. Symmetry means two balanced pieces, or two equal parts. Do you guys remember when we learned about equal parts? Symmetry is very much the same thing. So look at the picture of the butterfly. And there's a line drawn down the middle to create two equal parts. We refer to this line as the line of symmetry. This line cuts the butterfly into two equal pieces, or what we call balanced pieces. Notice how both sides are exactly the same. So there are obvious shapes that have lines of symmetry, such as a square. Let me draw you a square. Raise your hand if you can come show me where the line of symmetry would be on the square. Yes, Nick, can you come show me a line of symmetry? You can use this red marker. Good job. Very good. Class, look at what Nick drew. Look at what Nick did. He drew the line of symmetry going up and down through the square. Let's look at this square. Are there any other lines of symmetry? There can be more than one line of symmetry. In this case, the square has 4. Let me show you some of the other ones. Watch me as I draw the other 3. We could also cut the square this way, or this way, or this way. Do you see that any one of these lines could create two equal parts? Now I'm going to show another set of 3 shapes that have lines of symmetry already drawn on them. I want you to look at them and see if you can figure out which one is not a line of symmetry. Or maybe they all have lines of symmetry. You have to tell me. Do not shout out your answers. Keep them in your heads until I ask for them. Now that all of you have had time to look at the 3 triangles and their lines of symmetry, I want everyone to make a fist with their hands and hold it to their chest, just like I am. Okay, without taking your fist off your chest, you're going to hold up 1, 2, or 3 fingers when I ask a question. The first triangle will be 1 finger, the second triangle will be 2 fingers, and the third triangle will be 3 fingers. And if you don't feel like any of the triangles fit, you hold up no fingers. Now, let's try it. Without saying your answer out loud, which triangle does not have a line of symmetry? Awesome, looks like most of you got it. You can put your fist down for now. Watch as I trace my finger over the lines so you can see where it cuts the triangle. The first one has 2 equal parts. The second one also has 2 equal parts. Does the line that cuts the third triangle, does it have 2 equal parts?
No.
No, it does not. The top part is smaller than the bottom. I'm going to pass out a worksheet with these houses on it. So go ahead and look at the worksheet. Let's look at the first house, house A. If I drew a line right down the middle, would this house be symmetric? Melissa, what do you think?
Yes, if you draw the line up and down.
Well, this house is a little bit confusing because everything would be symmetric except for the door handle. So you were very close, Melissa. Let's try another one. Skip over to house C. Is it symmetric?
Yes.
Yes. You can see that there are equal parts on both sides. Go ahead and draw a line on your paper, going right down the middle of the house. What about house E?
No.
You guys are on a roll today. The door is only on one side, so if we cut it down the middle, this side does not have the door. So go ahead and finish these worksheets with your partner. I want you to check with your partner if you aren't sure, okay? And don't forget to do the ones that we skipped. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to get these finished up. All right, outstanding job, class. You all did really well with this activity. So now you can see that there are many different images that have lines of symmetry. Are there any questions about what we've talked about so far today? All right, let's move on to the next part. I want everyone to see that there are also irregular shapes that have lines of symmetry. On your tables, you have a blue piece of paper. I want you to fold it in half to make sure that the corners line up so that it is straight. Once you have folded the paper in half, open the paper and you'll see that the crease creates a line of symmetry. Class, can you repeat that? What does the crease create?
A line of symmetry.
Very good. So now you're going to take your paintbrush and dip it into your paint. Make sure you get enough paint on your paintbrush. On one half of your paper, I want you to draw a wiggly line that begins and ends on the crease. Watch mine before you begin yours. Okay, and I'm going to get a little more paint to go over it again so that it stands out a little more. Okay, as you begin, make sure that you only paint on one side of your paper. I'm going to walk around and check your work, but you only have 2 minutes to get this finished. All right, time is up. Now before your paint dries, I want you to fold your paper in half again and flatten it out with your hand. Really good. Once you have flattened your paper, unfold it and see what your symmetric design is painted on each side. Now mine needed a little bit more paint. I might have waited a little too long, but your guys should work really well. So you can see that you created a symmetric design with the crease of your paper being the line of symmetry. Let me borrow this one. Everybody check this one out. This is a great example. All right, after you have finished your symmetric painting, we're going to go ahead and hang these up and let them dry. So let's go ahead and review some of the things that we've talked about today. We learned that the word symmetry is when a picture or an object has two equal or balanced pieces when a line is drawn through it. So what do we call that line, class?
A line of symmetry.
Very good. Can we say it again?
A line of symmetry.
Awesome. You all did really well today. So for homework tonight, you're going to have a short worksheet about lines of symmetry in the alphabet. Everybody should have these on your table. Make sure that you complete it and bring it back tomorrow. Are there any questions before we go to lunch? All right. Then let's line up for lunch. And as we walk to the cafeteria, I want you to look around the halls and around the cafeteria for objects that have lines of symmetry. After lunch, I want you to be ready to tell me at least one thing that you found that has a line of symmetry. Thank you guys, and let's go.